with notifications on.
Right. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, we're coming back again with our show. As I promised you guys yesterday, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to travel cheaper, how to travel to Italy, how to travel to Barcelona, how to travel to Turkey, how to travel to France, how to travel to Germany, how to travel to Portugal, how to travel to Brazil, and so forth. Guys, I'm not going to have something in writing as if I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to say something that is going to make you guys feel that maybe Mr. K doesn't understand what he's talking about. Mr. K's travel club, it's a YouTube channel that we normally, I started this channel when I was in Italy. It was this year, June. If you go to my channel and you go to About, you will see the date when you actually see the month when the channel was created. I created the channel because I thought, okay, let me just quickly, I want to educate people how to travel, how they can, they can travel cheaper, how they can do these things. Guys, let me just say this to you. You know how boring it is for a human being to be born in Johannesburg, to be born in Pretoria, to be born in Soweto, Mamelodi, Atteridgeville, Soshanguve. You are born, wherever you are born from. Maybe you were born in Eastern Cape, you were born in Durban, you were born in PE, Port Elizabeth, maybe you were born in Nelspruit, maybe you were born in Polokwane, you were born in, doesn't matter where you come from. I'm talking about South Africans now. I'm not going to talk about Africans because I don't know, you don't understand, about them, but I'll talk about South Africans. Guys, we have these things, as South Africans, we have this thing that we always say, I am broke. Guys, stop using that word. When you are broke, you'll be forever broke. Don't ever put weight in your mouth that is going to put you down. When you start saying, I'm suffering, I'm struggling, you'll struggle, indeed. Don't do that. So, we've got people that were born in Pretoria, in Cape Town, in Durban. It's so embarrassing for us as South Africans. You were born in Pretoria. You grew up in Pretoria. You go to school in Pretoria. After finishing school in Pretoria, you start looking for a job in Pretoria. You get a girlfriend in Pretoria. You get married in Pretoria. You buy a house in Pretoria. You buy a car in Pretoria. Sorry guys. Yeah, sorry, I'm making noise. Hey! I'm busy. Sorry guys, let me check what's happening next. Guys, I'm busy, man. Making noise. Okay. Alright. So you were born in Pretoria. You grow up in Pretoria. You go to school in Pretoria. You go to high school in Pretoria. You go to the college in Pretoria if you are fortunate enough to go to those universities in Bafokeng. Then you have a girlfriend in Pretoria. You start working in Pretoria. You get married in Pretoria. You build a house in Pretoria. Where is your life? Where are you going with your life? Can't you see you are living a stereotype life whereby it's like you know this the horse where they put there's this thing they put on the horse so the horse can actually focus and be able to see where it's going. That's what our mindset is like as South Africans. Guys, let me tell you something. It's so boring to have a life like that. Sometimes we as people, not only South Africans, we have a fear that says, what if I go to Italy? There is this thing called human trafficking. Hey, what if they are going to sell me? What if I'm going to be sold? What if I'm going to, all those type of things. You've got a fear. You always have the fear of taking risk. Guys, let me tell you something. Without traveling, your life will be in one place. If you don't travel, your life will be in one place. Learn to explore the world. I know some of you will say, but this guy is talking about us traveling and so forth, but he's got money. No, I don't have money like you guys. Like you think I have money. I live with what I have. Let me give an example. When I was still working, before I started my business, I was earning something like 3.5, right? 3.5. That was way back in 2004. From that 3,500, I will go to places like Boaventura Bad Plus, a resort, a very beautiful resort. When you pass, as you go, as if you're going to Emelo. I will take my family out. I'll book apartments. I'll book hotels. You understand? That time hotels was very cheap. Were very cheap. You get something like a hotel room for about 350, 450. The most expensive room would be about 600. By the time, it was very cheap. Yeah, back in 2004, 2002. Because I left my job, I left working. I quit my job in 2006. So, guys, sometimes it's worth a risk. Let me tell you something about myself. I was working in Johannesburg. First of all, as I was working in Johannesburg, I was renting a flat in Johannesburg. That tallest building in Johannesburg, that one that's written Vodacom, that big point something, that one. I can't remember its point, whatever. In Hill, next to it, just Hill Road. I was staying there. Then I got fired from the job where I was working. I got fired. I was actually I was working as a manager where I was working. Even though I don't have matric, but I was working as a manager. I was the one, checking everything. I was doing auditing, understand? Doing auditing and so forth. Not that maybe I stole the money or whatsoever. I didn't have luck, for me to stay long in the company. I will work for about 9 months, 1 year if lucky, if I was able to sustain 1 year. Then when I got fired, what happened is that I actually decided I was done. Actually, no. This is what happened. I had a stand in Mamelodi, in Pretoria. I got a stand when I was staying in an RDP house. I got a stand, I was waiting for these new stands, So the government gave us new stands and they started building and so forth. Started building a nice house in Mamelodi. Extension 6. In Extension 6. So I stayed. I'll tell you guys, I'll give you guys my story about travel. Right. I just want to quickly share my story how I traveled from Johannesburg to Cape Town with one rand. Tell me, please, I'm busy. Understand? So, how I traveled from Johannesburg to Cape Town with one rand. I'll tell you what happened. So I had a stand. And then the stand, when I had a stand, it happened that on my stand that I actually sold my stand. I sold my stand and I sold it for about 25,000 rand. 25,000 rand, and then I decided I want to go to Joburg. That's when I got a job in Johannesburg. Alright. Then, as I was in Johannesburg, working in Johannesburg like that, then I got fired. Right. Before I got fired, let me tell you what happened after I sold my stand. I sold my stand for 25,000 rand. I bought a ticket, flight ticket, me and my friend. I had another guy, a Zimbabwean friend. This guy, he was always a risker. This guy was a risker. You know, he told me how he used to risk and so forth and all those type of things. How he went to tried flying out from South Africa, going to London, and then he went through some other countries, through Portugal. Sometimes he will go through Germany, but they will always send him back. Always send him back. So I said, but this guy is a risker. Remember on my video yesterday, I said, imitate those foreigners. Imitate those guys. That's what I did. So this guy said to me, look bro, we are going to find very excellent jobs in the UK. I'm preparing myself to fly out. So I said, look, my man, I just sold my stand for 25,000 rand and I've got cash with me. Oh, you've got cash? I said, yes. I said, brother, you know what? Because you are a South African. I think if I can go with you, things will be better. Now, here's what we're going to do. Let's buy tickets, let's buy flight tickets, and we just go to London. Remember at the time, we had no visa, we only had passport. Unfortunately for me, I had only a temporary passport. I didn't wait for my passport to come out, because I was actually in a rush. I wanted to go fly out of South Africa. I wanted to go out and find a job in London, in the UK. So I bought a ticket. We all bought tickets, flight tickets, me and my brother. So we decided now, let's go to OR Tambo. OR Tambo, when we got there, we got another lady. We told her, look, we want to go out of this country, but now we need you to help us. Because when you're supposed to go out of the country, there is a lot of things they need. You have to go through immigrations, officers and all those type of things. So the lady, a colored lady, we paid her 4,000 rand. We paid her 4,000 rand. She put us on a jumbo flight, double-decker jumbo flight. Me, Mr. K, first time on a jumbo flight. Well, you know what? It was so nice, guys. It was so nice. It was the first time me flying on a jumbo flight. Oh, so she put us in. Well, when we didn't even go through this, passport control. She took our passport. She went to there to get the passport stamped and everything, and she sent us straight into the plane. Went to the plane. Then, as the flight was cruising, the whole night, we left around 10 o'clock in the evening. Then, in the middle of the night, this guy said, the Zimbabwean guy said, hey, my friend, you know what? This is what we are going to do. My sister is in London. I'm going to share my story with you. This is what you must do. You must say when you arrive there. But now we are going to separate when we arrive in London. I said, yeah. Okay, how are we going to do it? He said, look, we tear our passports out here in the plane. We have to flash it. We must arrive in London without no passport. I said, what? Me? Tearing my passport? Never. I will never do that. Me tearing my passport? Never. He said, brother, if you want to be in London, this is the only way. Tear your passport out. And that guy went to the toilet, take the passport like this, he flashed it. I said, never, we'll never do that. Guys, sometimes taking risk is worth it. I took a risk. Sold my stand. I had no stand, no more. I've got this cash with me. I decided, you know what? Even in London, when they say they want to check, because you don't know when you arrive in London as you are a visitor. This is why I need to share with you guys. If you are a visitor in London, right, you need to have a certain amount in your bank account. And that amount is money that they are going to check, okay, you are able to sustain yourself. But unfortunately, when we arrived in London, I had my passport with me. The guy said we are going to separate ways. They mustn't see that we're together. I said, fine. Now, we have to go passport control now. They checked my passport. They asked him, where's your passport? He said, I don't have a passport. How did you get into the plane? He said, no, I paid somebody in South Africa to get into the plane. Do you know the person? He said, no, I don't know the person. I just paid him for him to, I just paid her for her to put me in the plane. And they asked me. So we went separate, they took the guy, I don't know where they were taking him to. They put him in another room. And they took me for interrogation now. Now we are going to be interviewed, ask questions. They are going to ask questions. So as we're asking questions and all those type of things, so the story, because I had to lie and said, my sister is in London. Now he gave me his sister's number. The immigration officers, they called the sister and they asked questions. When was the last time you saw your sister? When was the last time you spoke to your sister? When was the last time your sister flew out of UK? I said, you know what? I've been tagging you a man, they man now I didn't know what to say. You know what? They said, you know what, you are not a legitimate visitor. You are not a legitimate visitor. As such, we are going to put you back on the next flight. You're going back to South Africa. What? You're going back to South Africa. My brother, they took him there because he doesn't have a passport. He can't go back to the flight. They took him to the street kids. They put him there to a place where there's kids, he will stay there and so forth. So they decided they would take him to somewhere in London because he told them that his sister is in London. And fortunately, he knew the address. And they said, okay, we are going to take you in, and we are going to, while we're investigating, we'll put you there. So they put him there, and then for me, they put me in another office. So now I was arrested now. So they said, look, you'll catch the next plane. The next plane will be departing at 6 o'clock in the evening, and you are going back to South Africa. Bruh, the flight arrives at 6 o'clock, time to depart. They put me back into the plane. Going to the plane, as I was in the plane, Now I'm thinking now, yo, I wasted my money. Almost 10K is gone. I'm now left with 15K. I decided, okay, it's fine. When I get to Joburg, what can I do? The best option for me was to think of one thing. Mr. K, where to from here? I said, look, I'm going to look for a job. As I'm looking for a job, just for me to think. So I got a job as an auditor. So I was working. And then Civic Center in Braamfontein, that's where I was working. And I was doing auditing there. I was the one, preparing everything, financials and all those type of things in public. I was earning something like 7,000 rand by the time. 2004, I got fired. As I got fired, the flat that I was staying in Pointer something, that tallest building with the Vodacom building in Hillbrook. The owner told me, since you don't have money to pay rent, because I stayed about 2 months without working, so I didn't have money to pay rent. Understand? Cost of living. On the other hand, I had some furniture that I was having. I was paying my furniture installment and all, so I didn't have money. So he chased me out. I was chased out from the flat. They locked my flat. I begged him. I said, guys, can I please just have my jacket? My jacket and plus my DVD writer, my computer DVD writer. I said, okay, I'll take this computer DVD writer. I'm going to sell it. Now, as I'm thinking now, Mr. K, where to now? You can't go back to Mamelodi. You don't have a place to stay anymore. Yes, your family is in Pretoria. My mom is in Pretoria. My hometown is in Pretoria. Our house is in Pretoria. But I sold my own stand. I said, no ways. I won't go back to Pretoria. I'm going to sit down and strategize. I don't have money. Where to? Must I go to Durban? I had only 3 places. Durban, East London, and Cape Town. I never thought of PE. Durban, East London, and Cape Town. I said, look, I will rather go to Cape Town. That was me now. Do you remember that bus, SA Road Link, when they were still operational? That bus that used to get stuck on the road, sometimes but the bus overturned with people and all those sort of things. That's why the government decided to scrap out that company. So, it was very bad for them. I don't know what was happening. I don't know who was servicing the buses. But the buses were getting stuck left and right. So there was Greyhound, there was Intercape, and there was SA Road Link. So I decided, let me go to Park Station. Listen to me, I had 300 rand. I sold my DVD to a Nigerian shop there. They bought it. So I took my 300 rand, I went to Johannesburg station, bought a ticket, bus ticket. The bus ticket was 299. There was 1 rand left. So that 1 rand, I told myself, I'm gonna keep it in my pocket. When I arrived in Cape Town, I'm gonna use it to make calls. I will look for a job. Because at that time, making calls, a phone call was about 20 cents, that time. So 1 rand was a lot of money. I would make 5 calls, and you'll speak for long. 1 rand, 20 cents, you'll speak for about up to a minimum of 3 minutes. So 3 minutes was enough for me to be able to make a call and speak to any company and so forth. So with that 1 rand, I kept it with me. So I decided, look. So as the bus was going, that time the bus was serving biscuits and tea. So at least I knew I won't get hungry. So at night they were serving tea, they were serving biscuits and so forth. So I kept on drinking tea and biscuits. So at least I was better, you know. There was a gentleman sitting next to me. That guy used to, when the bus go out, you know, I would actually sit in the bus, sit like this, you know. I didn't want to go out. When they go to the station collecting other people, sometimes the bus, they crash and so forth. So I will actually sit there with him next to me. This guy will buy nice food. But that guy, I could see he's eating nice. And I said, I don't care about him. The guy didn't even give me something to say, wait, hey, now I'm faith. Oh, hey, faith, now, here's the bread. He was stingy, that guy. Sat there, kept on eating. That was fine. You know, I was okay. Sit like this in the bus. The bus is going, it's going. Guys, I arrived in Cape Town the following day at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock at the Cape Town station. When I got there, I decided I'm gonna sleep by the station because I thought the station in Cape Town is the same as in Johannesburg Park Station. Little that I knew that no, in Cape Town they closed the station at a certain time. I think it was around to 8 somewhere there. They told me, hey bruh, time, go out. We're gonna close the station. So they closed the station, I went out. So now I'm scared now. It's late at night. So I said, where am I going to sleep now? I decided now, let me start begging people for places to sleep. You know, I went to many guys, approached many guys. No one was able to assist me. I decided, let me just leave the guys and I'll go to women. Started asking women, asking them. They asked me, where are you from? I am from Johannesburg. Actually, I was in Johannesburg, but I'm living in Pretoria. Hey, immediately once they hear you telling them that you are from Johannesburg, how dare they run, they'll leave you, they'll leave me, and say, sorry, Puti. And that time, remember, I don't know nothing, I don't understand Xhosa, nothing, you know. But luckily for me, because I could understand Zulu, you know, Zulu and Xhosa was almost the same. So I could understand their language, you know. But although I couldn't speak, you know, this thing of how they speak, but I was able to hear it. So I kept on begging. So another lady came, said to me, look, Puti, where are you? Told him, I'm from Johannesburg, I was on the bus, you know, blah blah blah, this is what happened, and so forth. Said to me, okay, fine, Puti, I've never lied in my life. Today I'm going to do something that I've never done. Don't disappoint me. I won't take you to my place, although I live alone, but I won't take you to my place. I've got a boyfriend who stays in Peru. My boyfriend doesn't know my family. My boyfriend, I'm going to introduce you to him as my cousin. Just play along. Play along. I said, fine, no problem. Thank you so much, sister. She called the boyfriend. The boyfriend had a car. Candy, this lady, she's working by the parliament in Cape Town. She's a parliamentarian. The guy, same guy also, the boyfriend, is working by the parliament. So he came to collect me with the car. Took me to his flat. So as we stayed there, I was treated nice, guys, you know. I was a cousin now. A cousin. I was treated nice, you know. Lucky for me, because at least I was able to speak, you know, it's Zulu. You know, Kancane, you know. So, you know, this guy is able to speak Xhosa because he's from Eastern Cape. The lady also is from Eastern Cape. So, but they don't know each other where they come from. Like, you know, the guy has never been to the girlfriend's place. And the boyfriend has never been to the girlfriend's place as well. So, I was safe. So the guy welcomed me with, you know, both hands, you know, warm hands, you know, hands seated nicely. We slept together in one bed. You know, the guy would buy food and everything. the girlfriend will come sometimes to sit with us, during the week or after work and so forth. Later on, we will take her to a place, then I will sit with my brother there. So, my life was good. My life was good, guys. Next time, I'll tell you how I started my business. Alright. Now, that's how I left Cape Town, Johannesburg, came to Cape Town with R1. R1. Now, guys, let me tell you something. How to travel cheaper. How to get cheaper flights. How to get cheaper cruise ship. If you scroll down, you'll see most of my videos. They've got cruise ships and so forth and all those type of things. Like I said yesterday, on the video, I said, guys, we travel a lot. I love traveling. Yo, guys, it's so nice. It's so nice. Guys, if you have never been on a cruise ship, you better go. You better do it. You better go and be on a cruise ship. Not these South African cruise ships. I've never been to any of these South African cruise ships. Because to me, they look like like buses. They are very small. I can't even go to Durban and say I'm going to a cruise ship. I'm going to a cruise ship which has got 8 floor, 7 floor. No! I'm used of being on the bigger ones, the biggest cruise ship in the world. The cruise ships the first time I went to the cruise ship, it was 2012. I went to a cruise ship called Splendor of the Seas. And we kept on changing, as time goes on, we kept on booking, cruise ships like that. I had a passion for travel because even when I was still working with my 3.5 that I was earning, I used to travel. I used to travel with my Skorokoro car. I used to travel, to Cape Town. I used to drive. One day I'll share a story on how I bought a car without a license, and how I started driving without the license, and how I managed to get my license. I didn't go to driving school. I've never ever in my life went to driving school. But I was able to buy 7 cars. Without nothing. Without experience of where the driving school. No. I bought my license. And everything went well. You understand? So, this is part of life. Now, let me just say this to you. You can travel cheaper. There are countries where you can travel. Let me actually, hold on. Just a moment, I'm coming. Alright, I want to quickly check something for you guys. I want to tell you guys there are countries where you can visit that, that requires no visa for South Africans. Alright, you can go to Google and search free visa countries for South Africa. Right. Free visa countries for South Africans. Right? I'm not sure if you're able to see here. Right? You see here? Can you see that? Right? Just read it. Read nicely. Read nicely. You can just go and type free visa countries. Right? And go and search, enter. Now, you see, where can South African passport holders travel without a visa? Now, I'm not going to talk about African countries, no. Let's focus on European countries. You can go to Argentina, right? You can fly to Argentina without no visa. You can stay there for 90 days. You can fly to Bahamas, Barbados. You can fly to Brazil. Brazil, they give you 180 days. 6 months. You can stay there without a visa. It's like getting a taxi from Johannesburg to Pretoria or from Johannesburg to Durban. So it's the same. So you just book a flight ticket, just buy a flight ticket. As long as you've got passport, you don't need a visa. You don't need any requirements. You don't even need money, proof to show you've got money to sustain you whatsoever. No. Understand? You can go to Dominican Republic. You can go to. I'm gonna choose countries that I know that are nice countries that you can go to. Brazil, first country you can go to. Argentina, second country. Bahamas. Bahamas is in the US, right? On the other side of the US, but you are allowed to travel there without a visa, right? Let me quick check again. I'll tell you now. And then you can actually go to you can go to Hong Kong. You can go to China. You can go to Bangkok, Thailand. You can go to no. China is actually yeah. You can go to China. China, I think this time they do require a visa. Yeah, they do require a visa in China. I remember the last time I wanted to go to China, they wanted a visa. All right. So you can go to countries like there's so many countries you can go. Just go and check, guys. I don't want to waste my time because I'm explaining it, but you can just go check and say free visa countries for. Countries you can go to. I love Bangkok. I've been to Bangkok many times. We've been to Bangkok, I think, more than 5 times. Bangkok, we've been to Hong Kong more than 4 or 5 times as well. And then we've been to Barcelona several times. We've been to Greece several times. We've been to Turkey several times. We've been to Germany several times. We've been to France several times. We've been to Marseille several times. We've been to Mallorca and Palma several times. So there's so many things, many countries you can visit. All they want is for you to have a passport only. You don't need a visa. It's like you are just booking a flight, you just go without no restriction. When you get there, you show them your passport, they'll stamp your passport, and you go. They will give you a visa on arrival. Understand? They'll give you a visa on arrival. Dubai, yes, they do need a visa. I remember when we went to Dubai this year, in May, we left Cape Town on the 27th of May. We arrived in Dubai on the 28th of May. And they gave us a visa. When we arrived in Dubai, they gave us a visa, but we had to pay. I think it's for 5 of us. The visa was about 4.9. Yeah, 4,900. Right. So, 4,900. And guys, let me tell you something. Why do I love going to Asian countries? Because of our surrounding money is more higher. Our currency is more stronger. When I'm in Bangkok, I'm the richest. If I've got 10,000 rand, I've got 30,000 rand. I've got almost 30,000 rand. I've got almost 35,000 rand. So, one rand is, 1 rand you get 250 Thai bahts. With 1 rand, you get 250 Thai baht. If you've got 500 rand, you've got almost 1,500, 12,500. When you've got 500, so you've got 12,500 Thai baht. So if you've got 1,000 rand, then you've got almost 3,000 rand. Understand? If you've got 20,000 rand, you've got almost 60,000 rand. And the hotels in Bangkok, they're very cheap. The only thing that you are going to struggle with is food, because you know how these Chinese are the type of thing they eat and so forth. So I've traveled. I went to Indonesia, in Jakarta. No visa as well. You just book a flight to go. You understand? And then we went to many countries. Most of these countries that I did, guys, in European countries that I did, it was only through a cruise ship. Now, this is how you can book a flight and book a cruise ship cheaper. Now, most people will think, Mr. K has got plenty of money, he's traveling each and every year. Let me tell you something. I do my planning well in advance. I do my planning well in advance. Well in advance. Look, what I do, like you see, this year, I've already planned for next year. There's a company called MSC Cruises. MSC Cruises, you must go to Google and search it. You can book a cruise ship for you and your partner for less. I think you can get a cruise ship for about, say, 10,000 rand for 7 days. That cruise ship will take you from Barcelona or from Paris or from wherever you want to depart from. It doesn't matter from any port of call you want to leave from. It will take you to different countries. You will leave from Barcelona, you go to Italy, you go to France, you go to Greece, you'll go to Turkey, and all those type of things. And guys, it's so nice to be on a cruise ship. The cruise ship is huge. My third cruise ship that we went to, we sailed with Norwegian Epic. Norwegian Epic, the second largest cruise ship in the world. That cruise ship has got 21 bars and 18 restaurants. There are malls inside. There is a golf course, a mini golf course where you can play golf. There's shops, there's cinemas, there's everything. So what I normally do, right now I found a company that usually assists me. Alright guys, there's a low shedding. I want to switch off my generator. I've got 10 minutes now, I'll complete. So, we will do part 2 tomorrow to teach you guys, just for you guys to get to understand how this thing works. So you go to MSC Cruises, MSC Cruises, M for mother, S for sugar, C for Charlie. Cruises, CRUISES.co.za. Then you can just go and check. Mostly the cruise ships are mainly in Europe, starting from May, right? From August, September, somewhere there, they go to America, right? So you can book a cruise ship for yourself and your partner. You'll spend something like, there are some cruise ships for about 11,000 rand, 10,000 rand, or 12,000 rand, 13,000 rand, 14,000 rand, it's up to you. For 14 nights. Imagine, that 14 nights, everything is paid for. Accommodation, drinks, entertainment, everything. Bruh, it's so nice. Now, what this company do, you just need to book, you call them, or you can send them an email. You call them. They are based in Pretoria, in Johannesburg. If you are in Johannesburg, you can go to their branch in Johannesburg or Pretoria. In Cape Town, they've got a branch as well. So, but not for me, I always do these things online. So, what you can do, you call them and say, guys, I want to make a booking. I need to go on a cruise ship for this particular cruise ship. They'll take your name, your surname, the date when you want to travel, and your partner's name and everything, the same name. They don't need your ID or whatsoever. No need for that. You just give them the date of your departure, where the port of call will be. When I'm talking about the port of call, I'm talking about where the cruise ship will depart from. Normally, I love departing on this biggest port, because at least there's a lot of accommodation in the city. This year we struggled a bit with accommodation in Italy, because it was the port that we arrived in Rome. In Rome was very, very, very bad. So you give them the names. They'll make a booking for you. Within 10 minutes, they'll send you a confirmation. You have your booking confirmation with you here by email, written. You will be departing from Barcelona or from Spain, or from Madrid, or from Germany, or from France, or from Greece, or from Portugal. On this date, the cruise ship will leave at this time, will sail the whole night, it will arrive the following day in the morning at this time. Right? And it will leave from this time to this place again, to this other place, like that, understand? And so, you have your, your cruise ticket with you, and they give you a certain period to say, I think they give you maybe a month for you to pay for your ticket. They don't want the full amount. Listen to me very carefully. They only need a deposit of 3,000 rand. 3,000 rand deposit. 3,000 rand deposit. You can book now for next year. If you wanna, guys, you can take my number. Take my number. +27 81 334 5509. I will repeat again. 081 334 5509. You can contact me. 081 334 5509. You can contact me. We also have a group of group chat where we sit together, we plan. We've got guys who are, we do YouTube and all those. Even the guys, even if you are a YouTuber, you do YouTube, you can contact me. We'll put you in on that group. We can, WhatsApp group. We can be together and sit and talk, right? So I've got 5 minutes left before loading. So now, let's say you have made a booking now for next year, right? Here's what they do. They give you, let's say the cruise ship is departing next year, June. Let's say on the 4th of June. You have the whole year, this year, until next year, June, to pay off your ticket. 75 days before the cruise, you must make sure your flight ticket is, your cruise ticket has been paid for, fully paid for, and everything is done. Go on and pay it. For 10,000 rand, from now until when? And from now until when? Until next year, June? How many months? You will count now, we'll say September. This is September. Let me not count September. Say October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months. 8 months, for 10,000 rand ticket. Every month, whatever you have, you've got 500 rand, throw in. You've got 2,000 rand, throw in. You've got 1.5, throw in. You've got 500 rand, throw in. You just call them, give me the link, I want to make payment. They will give you the link. The link expires in 2 hours. And then take that link, put your debit card or your credit card, make payment. Then tomorrow I'll share my screen so I can show you guys how these things, how my tickets, I booked 2 cruises already. Right? I'm leaving the 30th of March from Dubai. We are going to Qatar. From Qatar, we're going to Abu Dhabi, we're going to Malta. From Malta, we're going to Egypt. We're going to Greece. Greece, we're going to, it's a 17 nights cruise ship. So, that's how you're supposed to, you can plan your cruise ship. It's very simple. You can plan now and by next year you are sorted. Flights are very cheap, man. You know, you want to book flights, come to me. I'm running a travel agency. You understand? I run my own travel agency. I will help you. You understand? You know, you can even go to Emirates Airline, because I normally travel with Emirates. I don't travel with any other airline. I don't like SAA. I don't like South African Airways. I don't travel with such airline. No. Emirates Airline, I love those A380 aircraft, A380, those biggest, the jumbo jets. I love those ones. You understand? So that's what you can do, guys. You understand? So this insight will actually help you. You know, I'll put a link on my on all my video to say MS Cruise, MSC Cruises. You just go there, click on the link, you just go there. It will take you to the MSC Cruise. You just go and check your thing. Some of you guys thought, well, maybe, Mr. K, you know, I don't take my 70,000 rand because I've got a family of 5. For me, it's expensive because we are 5. If I book a flight, for me, as we are 5, it will cost me something like 60,000 rand or 55,000 rand for a flight only. For a cruise ship, I have to pay something like 60,000 rand. Maybe I'll need 110,000 rand. But for the two of you, it's very cheaper. You understand? Very cheap. You can spend 10,000 rand for yourself, 10,000 rand for the wife. You tell your partner, you tell your wife or your partner, say, baby, let's contribute. She throw 3,000 rand, you throw 3,000 rand. 3,000 rand, you throw 3,000 rand. Flights are very cheap, guys. Flights are like that. Don't worry. Cruise ship, the most important thing, book now, because by next year, yeah, guys, most cruise ships even now, for next year, they're fully booked. People are enjoying cruises more than going to the hotel. Going to the resort and do the hotel, I don't do those things. I want cruise ship. Guys, let me end my topic. We'll continue again tomorrow. I'll share some tips again tomorrow and we'll continue. Right, guys? Thank you so much.